I appreciate that the government arrested Mukunji.
Jamaa ndo anakanja vijana huyo. Range si amepita saa zile na anapita tena saa hii. Matarawa shanga kwenda. Unaona venye vijana wanamzunguka. Na ni politician ama? Hata sikuvila hiyo kijana ameenda mara kama shilingi ngapi?
But the government arrested Mukunji because from the yesterday video, we saw him that sit, and there's a question whether he was supporting the goons and he need to be summoned. I agree and I support this. Well, I support one term. My issue is very simple. Now that we arrested Mukunji, there are goons that KTN exposed.
A covert operation to stop the protests is underway that could plunge the city into chaos. The shadowy plot, backed by high-ranking officials within the ruling party and City Hall, aims to unleash violence and chaos under the guise of crowd control and protection of property. A squad of hired goons are on standby to unleash terror, targeting mainly the soft spot of the protests, women, so as to spread panic as well as execute orders to snatch phones to prevent the documentation of police brutality and rights violations.
Hawa vijana wachache wamekuja Nairobi na rungu ndio wameletea shida, mkuje wiki ijayo ndio mjue vijana hapo kwa hapo.
And an influential UDA MP from Rift Valley, close to the house on the hill. And in what now appears to be a clear command hierarchy, 5 other MPs and a governor have each been assigned specific duties to scuttle the protests. The 5 are 2 MPs from Kisii County, 2 from Central Kenya, and a female MP from the Rift Valley. On Monday, June 16th, ahead of last Tuesday's protests triggered by the killing of Albert Ojwang, this core team quietly convened at Nairobi's Sarova Pan-Africa Hotel and lasted for 2 hours. The meeting discussing ways to neutralize the protests, and the results were out in the open. Club-wielding gangs roamed through the city, unleashing terror with reckless abandon. In some areas, they were spotted fueling their motorcycles in the presence of police officers and chanting anti-protest songs. The grand plan that brings together senior government figures, parastatal heads, and digital propagandists aims to plant goons in key protest zones across Nairobi's CBD, arm them with clubs and other weapons, and unleash them to defenseless protesters. Thousands of wooden clubs, KTN has learned, have been transported to the city, all in uniform in design, and manufactured at a private facility in Nanyuki, reportedly owned by a local politician, and allegedly transported to the city using police vehicles. The recruitment of the attackers targets young, jobless men from Nairobi's informal settlements of Mathare, Korogocho, Kibera, Kawangware, and Kayole, promised cash and protection in exchange for silence and brute force. KTN has now obtained damning WhatsApp messages and internal memos that expose the anatomy of this counter-protest operation. The operation is being coordinated and driven by a woman identified as Antonella Kakuko, known in political circles as simply Nella. She is a key figure in UDA's communication team, feared and revered, tasked with mobilizing millions of shillings to bankroll the mission.
Especially when they had the issue of demonstration against Ojwang's death. I have not seen them or any government official say that these people need to be summoned. There are guys like the Don and the others. If you're very serious when it comes to tackling the issues of goon violence on the matters of demonstrations, and if you don't support destruction of property, stop blaming Wamonyoro and the others. Arrest the goons. Arrest those who supported or paid the goons when we had Ojwang death, and now also arrest those in Wamonyoro team or those in position who you think support goons, but arresting everyone who organized 25th demonstrations were leaving the goons at KTN Exposed, leave me questioning whether this government is ready and is serious when it comes to protecting public property, or it supports the goons, because KTN exposed them. You have not summoned anyone from that list. Yesterday, Mukunji was in the seat. He was arrested. I support this. But now, the question lies to you, DCI. Can you arrest and summon those goons exposed by the KTN if you are very serious and if you don't support these goons? And if you didn't hire these goons, because we need to know that you are very serious when it comes to supporting that no one should destroy public property or government property. I don't support it, I condone it, and that's why I support Mukunji arrest. And now, government officers, can you arrest the goons KTN exposed? Do you agree the government is ready to handle the issue of goons, or it's the same thing that we say government has a monopoly of violence? Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm your host James. Let's meet in the next video.